Mike and Dave rolling, boots on the ground. Big Rooster Media making their rounds. Tackling water wars, rights in a bind. Speaking the truth, leaving no one behind. Whoa, raise your glasses high tonight. Talking water, talking rights. Keeping it tight. Food reviews and facts.
What's up, Klamath Falls? This is Dave.
Hey, what's up, Klamath Falls? This is Mike. And I don't know, probably not just me, but kind of a somber mood today after goings on last week. Let me see what we have. We had a poor girl get stabbed to death on a train because she's the wrong color. We had a church or school that got shot up. And on top of all that, we had the one olive branch that the right had, and Charlie Kirk get assassinated in front of the country and a bunch of college students there in Utah. And sorry, I don't know where you guys all stand on this, but I know where I stand on it, and I am not going to, actually, I don't mean sorry, I'm not apologizing. I know right now it's real popular with the t-shirts and the stickers and the phrases, I am Charlie Kirk, and I am going to go out and say I am not Charlie Kirk, before you get mad. Charlie was an icon, a communicator, an educator, and he, like I said, was the olive branch extended to try to bring both sides together. And I cannot claim I'm not that guy. I'm not that. It's a disservice to him for me to even to say that. So nothing against folks that are claiming that. I get the message. I understand that we all feel for him and understood where he was coming from. I was hopeful. I think a lot of folks were hopeful that people like him could bring both sides together, but it seems like the coexist party does not really want to coexist. And despite what you see, he wasn't a racist, he wasn't a bigot, wasn't a homophobe, but he had the courage to answer difficult questions, and that's where the problem is. People only want to hear what they want to hear, and as soon as the dialogue turns away from what you want to hear, even if it is the truth, folks can't digest that. A lot of folks are too sensitive to be like, you know what, you make a good point. I'll have to rethink my ways, and that's what it takes for compromise and society to I don't know, function well together. And we don't have that. The tolerant folks, the doxers, the protesters, and all those are now upset because the other side now is calling them out, and it's costing them their jobs, their careers, their positions in schools and that. Well, you know what? The tables have turned, and I think the other side now, the scary extreme right that has never done anything like this, in my recollection, is now starting to fight back and using the same tactics that have been used against it all these years. And yeah, I've always tried to stay nonpartisan on this program, and I am still... I feel like I have. I don't try to take sides. No?
Sure.
All right. Well, all right. I'm just saying, if you celebrate his murder, if you're one of those ones that are celebrating a father of two young children and a husband, a son, being murdered in cold blood because he had an opinion that they didn't agree with, leave now. Unsubscribe. Stop watching. Just go away. Don't want your support. Don't need it. We have a mental health crisis here, and it's not about right or left. It's about mental health. It's not and again, getting back to the nonpartisan, it's not about Republican and Democrat at this point. It's moral, immoral. It's evil versus good. That's what it boils down to. And if you can celebrate that, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, if you can celebrate a human being being shot because of the way they think, shame on you. Get some help. Anyway, that's all I got. Charlie was somebody I looked up to. I watched him frequently. Don't believe into the bigot and hateful comments that you see on social media, because they're not true. I actually watched him. I'm not just following a narrative. And the guy did everything he could to listen to everybody that had differing views, and he would share his views with them. And if they agreed, great. And if they didn't agree, he didn't shame them. He didn't call them names or belittle them. He just said what his truth was, and that was it. So I don't know if you got anything to add to that or not, Dave, but I just had to get that off my chest.
No, I agree. He didn't. He spoke the hard truth, and in this day and age, I don't know what you call it. People turn their heads or are okay with transitioning and all that stuff. He spoke the word, and I'm sorry, the word is not political. Like you said, it's not either side. He spoke the hard truth, and people didn't want to hear it, and it sucks where we're at today because they never want to bring up guns or gun rights, or they want to take away your stuff until something like this happens, and they use it, and
they use the guns, and then they blame the far right, and then they want to take our rights away.
yeah.
We're not playing that game anymore. Sorry, but
Yeah, no, he didn't speak hate. He spoke the truth, and people didn't like it.
yeah.
And
To some folks, I guess the truth is hate, but it's not. It's not intended to be. It never was.
right,
The truth is the truth. And we just have a bunch of socially soft, mentally soft, whatever folks nowadays that, in the words of Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth. Not meaning to put light on it, but it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. So,
okay, yeah, I get it.
yeah. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest. He was a good man, and again, if you celebrated him passing, shame on you. Just go away. All right, moving right along.
Yeah, Bill's.
Bill's got beads of sweat on his forehead. Over
Anyway, yeah. So Bill's making me do this one. So yeah, Moore Park. Don't go there this week. They're doing some warranty work, I believe, on the new ADA portion, but they're saying Moore Park is closed for the playground or activity sections. So this should be airing Tuesday, but they're calling it by the end of the week. So hopefully just 1 week. So what is that? Monday the 20th, everything should be good, but I would double check before you cruise all the way out there. So you're not showing up to a closed or construction zoned playground.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna tag team this one, huh?
Oh yeah.
So if you guys,
Why not commit fraud? That's my favorite.
so if you guys follow along on Facebook, especially, not necessarily with us, the Klamath Scanner and News and the Klamath, what is that, Eats or whatever it's
Klamath
called,
Bite.
Klamath Bite.
Yeah.
There's a guy. I'm not going to drop any names here out of respect, but there was a guy that was brought in as manager that was really reaching out in a goodwill manner.
He was trying.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew the grinding he was up to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Trying to reinvent the long failed but still surviving Why Not enterprise. And finally, this last week, he threw in the towel and apologized to people. And you know what? If you watch the show, you don't owe anybody an apology for trying to do your job. But we did try to warn you. Know who you're working for, because it turned out he did an awful lot of work without pay, just like a lot of other people I know of that work there without pay.
And see, we're only on the outside of things, so I'm sure the inside is the snowball. I could only imagine what the
Yeah, like standing on the bad side of a fertilizer sprayer. I mean the kind that are out in the fields, not something you use on your lawn. Yeah, and then apparently somebody that they did eventually pay, they wanted to 1099 as an independent contractor and bounced the check to them anyway. So, um, sorry, I do this. I started that we do this to try to promote business. But when you are taking advantage of the people of Klamath Falls, screw you. Sorry, I'm a little feisty today. Um, but yeah, when you continuously abuse your employees, people you bring in to do work, I don't know, like paint a flag on your building and refuse to pay them. Um, yeah, you're making your own bed, and it's about time that you get to sleep in it. So don't support that place. That's an opinion, just an opinion.
Yeah, I think this is all our commentary section because this is all allegedly. I think the only way a business would stay open, especially a restaurant, I'll go at that. If you have no cars in the parking lot, you ain't serving food.
Right. And when you're using food stamps to buy the food that you do serve to the one or two people,
I don't even know.
yeah, what's
I'm not on the food stamp level, but I don't. It would a high food stamp amount enough to cover a restaurant amount of food?
well, when you're only
That makes sense.
serving 3 people a week, probably, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I just there's so much alleged activity there, and it's not. It's all on the. Oh, what is that? What's the basin?
Bite of Klamath there.
No, basin. The law enforcement. That Binet.
Oh, Binat, yeah.
Is it Binet? Binet should look into that place because
That's keeping the door. I can't imagine it's cheap.
I don't know how you're not serving food and staying open as a restaurant. I don't know how. Yeah, stuffy up in here.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to divulge that guy's name either, but he gave it a valiant effort, and he stood his ground.
He did.
'Cause I had battles with him, and a lot of people had battles with him, and he stood it for a minute. So,
Well, he thought it was for his livelihood. I don't blame a guy, you know.
no, I get it.
He just bought into the false promises from the owners like everybody else has.
Yeah.
Allegedly. We'll just leave it at that, I guess.
Anyway,
Yeah. All right, back to
yeah, up. You're back up.
All right. If you have Venmo, be aware there is a scam going on. Phone number, this one apparently is coming from Alabama, 7 calls in a row from a phone number 205-891-1306. And sent a text, said it was Venmo, telling them someone was trying to access their account. They said to send them a code and enter it. And this person was wise enough to actually call Venmo themselves and said, nope, it's a scam. And if you would have put in the code, that they would have been robbed blind. So be aware of phone calls claiming to be Venmo and saying that you need to do something. Make the phone call yourself back to Venmo. If they need something from you, they'll be able to tell you that way. At least you'll know, you're on a secured line that way. So,
Well, it's almost like the Amazon thing. Amazon never texted you, "Hey, you just bought an iPad. Do you really want that to go through?" That's the same thing,
right?
But they are getting more tricky.
Yeah. Well, and just like the sheriff's thing here, what last week's episode we talked about that they're claiming that people owed bail or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
People, legitimate businesses aren't going to come after you over the phone and say, hey, we need your money or you need to do this or that. They'll send you a letter in the mail usually and have you contact them. So just be aware. I know a lot of you out there are savvy enough to understand that, but some younger folks and probably some elderly folks aren't always that aware. I know my dad fell for it one time, and luckily he got a hold of me right afterwards, and we took necessary actions to protect his assets, but yeah, it's they can be pretty believable. All right, sir.
Yeah, more good news. So,
Anytime you mention her name, it's not good news.
yeah, well, I just refer to it as Kotex anymore. But our favorite governor has been at it this week. So not only, do you know if the gas thing passed? Or
It did not.
thank God.
Not to date. I'm sure they're going to make revisions, call it something new, and try it again.
Yeah, well,
That seems to be the MO.
she is busy. So, two things. The first one is earthquake risk. So she put in an executive order. She's calling for 50,000 square foot buildings, facilities, whatever, to have earthquake
Money laundering process.
Yeah, renovations to make them more earthquake proof or sustainable or whatever. 50,000 person building. Now that's not affecting
50,000 square foot building, or 50,000.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm on
50,000 bird.
I'm on 2 stories here, so I would say square foot. Just I can verify.
It could be Duck Stadium or something.
Oh yeah, square feet. So yeah, I guess that would. So you're talking like your Walmart, your Costco. So that does affect us down here. I was thinking person. So, but yeah, it's just a money grab. I mean, she's doing that, and then she's also doing so. I'm sure this is pushback on RFK. So, Oregon, Washington, California have formed a health alliance.
And Hawaii.
Well,
right? Didn't they sign into it too?
Yeah, but this is they are in that as well. But so, of course, the West Coast have band together basically against RFK and pretty much everything he's doing. And he's not, this is the funny part, he's not stopping anything. He's just not promoting. Yes, there you go. So if you're one of those Californians that got your 5th booster and seeing no changes, they want you to get more. So RFK is on the point of, if you're healthy, a teenager, whatever. I'm not mandating this. I'm just, it's the vaccine. If you want the vaccine, get the vaccine. But shocker, Kotex and Washington and California, of course, Newsom, they're pushing these immunizations on us now. So it's a whole pushback thing. Probably more money, and I wish politicians had their sponsors because they would definitely kind of like NASCAR.
Yeah, wear the NASCAR uniform with all your
Pfizer
sponsors.
and Madura.
Yeah.
Anyway, some more needles. Yay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's something that's important to make clear that a lot of people, I don't think, either misunderstand or they're misinformed. But RFK Jr. is not taking vaccines away. He's just not making them mandatory. If you want to go to your doctor and get a vaccine, you can go to your doctor and get a vaccine. There's nothing preventing that. So something to be aware of. There's a lot of misinformation out on Facebook. Go figure. So, and I'm sure other platforms as well.
Well, in the video I like, and I just forgot her name, but is she a senator? She was pushing back at RFK, and then he's all, yeah, how much money have you taken from Pfizer? Oh, what's her name? Warren?
Elizabeth
Warren.
Pocahontas. Yeah, good old Pocahontas. Yeah.
So yeah, there's he's just not in deep pockets, and he's taking it case by case. I mean, if healthy people don't need it,
right?
There's complications from the vaccine, and if a handful or more.
Myocarditis is a huge one, if I'm pronouncing
God,
that correctly.
really, God bless you. I mean, because that's
Yeah.
not
I mean,
good.
to each their own.
It's not good, okay?
I'm not going to sit here and judge you if you should or shouldn't take one. If you want a vaccine, if that makes you feel better, by all means, go get it, and nobody's keeping you from doing that.
That's RFK's version of that.
Yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, it's been a rough week. You know, I heard some people saw people on Facebook when I was kind of following the Charlie thread, and oh yeah, but you guys don't care about the school that was shot up, you know, the same day, blah blah blah. Well, where's the mainstream media on that? Have you seen any coverage about that? They sure shuffled that one under the carpet in a hurry, right?
No, because his name got viewers.
That's what the news is about. It's not about the news, it's about viewership. So, yeah, I'm aware of it, and I absolutely am devastated for kids being shot. Again, we just talked about that last week with the threat at Ponderosa School. And I'll go back to it. There is a mental health crisis, but I also think there is, to some degree, a parenting crisis also. And I don't know what the answer is. I'm not super enthused about the direction things are going right about now. But again, it was a rough week. You know, that poor girl did not deserve what happened to her in North Carolina, sitting on a bus minding her own business or train, whatever that was, and got shanked because she was the wrong shade of skin color. And that's not my saying. That is exactly what the killer said. He goes, "I got me that white girl." So that's a shame. Nothing against anybody, but it sucks when that happens. So on that note, before I get any more depressing, I suppose we probably ought to just wrap this up. You got anything else?
There's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. So the Oktoberfest is at Running Y, Skyline Brewing, and a whole bunch of stuff going on out there. I know.
I'm wheelchair bound still.
Well, and yeah, there's lots of options this weekend. So yeah, there's car shows this weekend. Probably one of the last few of the year. Car shows, Oktoberfest, or something else too. But get out there and go do something this weekend because it's getting chilly out here.
Enjoy the weather while it's still enjoyable, right? Hey, somebody wants to drive my Mustang to the car show.
Oh,
not let you.
the number is 54. Oh.
All right. Anything else?
I think we're good. Bill says time's up.
Yeah,
so.
Bill told me to shut up a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Bill's transitioning too. If you haven't seen Bill, you can see Bill right there behind Dave, and Bill's a little confused. Anyway, all right, you guys. Thanks a lot if you're still here. We'd like to hear always like to hear your opinions. And again, I'm going to put a call out there. If you like the new intro, if you've got pictures that you would like to submit to be a part of the new intro, in a few weeks' time, I'm going to rotate some photos in and out and be happy to submit anything that you guys have out there that we can throw in there to personalize a little bit more to our viewers. So, and we still have hats. So hit us up on email, bigroostermedia@gmail.com, and can always get you set up with a hat. Now, on that note, we're going to call it good. Have a great week, you guys. Promise I'll try to be in a better mood next week. We'll talk to you then.
Thank you.